There is a lesson that many people never truly learn. They believe strength is found in raising their voice, winning every argument, or proving someone wrong. But real strength is much quieter than that. It is found in self-control. Imagine this. You're standing in line at a busy store. The cashier is frustrated after a long day and suddenly makes a rude comment toward you. Everyone around you waits to see your reaction. Your pride tells you to answer back. Your emotions tell you to defend yourself. Yet, instead, you simply smile, finish your purchase, and walk away with your dignity intact. Some people would call that weakness. They would be wrong. The strongest people are not those who react to every insult. They are the ones who decide that their peace is more valuable than winning an argument. They understand that not every battle deserves their attention. When someone disrespects you, they are often looking for a reaction. They want you to become angry, emotional, and distracted. The moment you lose control, they have already influenced your behavior. But when you remain calm, you keep control where it belongs, with yourself. Silence is not surrender. Silence is discipline. Think about successful people you've admired. They don't waste their time responding to every critic. They stay focused on their mission. While others argue, they improve. While others complain, they create results. Eventually, success becomes their loudest answer. Consider a young employee named Daniel. Every meeting seemed to include criticism from his supervisor. His ideas were dismissed before anyone even considered them. His coworkers expected him to argue, but he rarely did. Instead, he listened carefully, improved his work, and stayed committed to excellence. Months later, one of his projects became the company's biggest success. The same people who ignored his suggestions suddenly praised his creativity. Daniel didn't earn respect through arguments. He earned it through consistent performance. That's the power of quiet confidence. Many people think staying silent means accepting disrespect. It doesn't. There is a difference between remaining calm and allowing abuse. Healthy boundaries still matter. If someone repeatedly mistreats you, you can address it respectfully or remove yourself from the situation. The difference is that your response comes from wisdom instead of anger. Emotional reactions often create bigger problems than the original insult. Have you ever said something in anger that you later wished you could take back? Most people have. Words spoken in frustration can damage relationships, careers, and reputations in just a few seconds. Silence gives you something precious: time. Time to think. Time to understand. Time to choose the right response. And sometimes after a few minutes you realize that the situation wasn't worth your energy at all. One of the greatest skills you can develop is emotional control. Anyone can react. Very few people can pause before responding. That pause changes everything. When you refuse to match someone else's negativity, you break the cycle. Instead of adding more conflict, you introduce calm. Often the other person begins to recognize their own behavior. Kindness has a strange way of exposing unnecessary anger. Imagine a customer yelling at a service representative over something beyond their control. Instead of arguing, the representative listens patiently and calmly asks, "How can I help solve this for you?" Suddenly the conversation changes. The anger loses momentum because it no longer has resistance pushing against it. This doesn't happen every time, but it happens more often than most people realize. Respect cannot be forced. It can only be earned. And one of the fastest ways to earn genuine respect is by remaining composed under pressure. People remember those who stay calm when everyone else is losing control. Your silence also protects something even more important than your reputation: your mental peace. Every argument costs energy. Every unnecessary conflict steals your attention. Every emotional battle leaves you mentally exhausted. Imagine carrying all that weight every single day. Now imagine choosing peace instead. The people who accomplish extraordinary things rarely waste time proving themselves to critics. They understand that their future matters more than someone else's opinion. Your goals deserve your attention more than your enemies do. Another important truth is this: not every opinion deserves equal value. Sometimes criticism comes from people who've never achieved what you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes insults come from people struggling with problems you'll never fully understand. Their words often reveal more about their own frustrations than about your worth. When you recognize this, disrespect becomes easier to release. Instead of asking, "Why did they say that to me?" you begin asking, "Why should I carry their negativity with me?" That simple shift changes your perspective. Your confidence should never depend on someone else's approval. Real confidence comes from knowing who you are. When you know your values, your purpose, and your direction, Random opinions lose their power. This is why emotionally strong people seem unshakable. They are not fearless. They simply refuse to let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. Silence also improves relationships. During disagreements with family or friends, most conflicts become worse because both people react immediately. Hurtful words create more hurtful words until neither person remembers what the original issue was. But imagine choosing a different approach. Instead of interrupting, you listen. Instead of attacking, you breathe. Instead of trying to win, you try to understand. Suddenly, the conversation becomes about solving the problem instead of defeating the other person. That is maturity. The strongest relationships are built on understanding, not constant victory. In professional life, this skill becomes even more valuable. Every workplace has disagreements. Ideas will be challenged. Mistakes will happen. Criticism is unavoidable. People who remain calm during difficult conversations naturally earn trust. Managers notice them. Clients appreciate them. Coworkers rely on them. Not because they never face problems, because they handle problems without creating new ones. Leadership begins with self-leadership. If you cannot control your own emotions, it becomes difficult to lead anyone else. Every great leader understands this principle. They listen more than they speak. They observe before reacting. They think before deciding. That calm presence inspires confidence in everyone around them. Here's another powerful truth. Silence does not mean you never speak. It simply means you speak at the right time. Sometimes the strongest sentence you can say is delivered hours later, after emotions have settled. Instead of shouting, you calmly explain your boundary. Instead of accusing, you state the facts. Instead of seeking revenge, you seek resolution. That approach creates lasting respect. Life will always include difficult people. Some will criticize you. Some will misunderstand you. Some will intentionally try to provoke you. You cannot control their behavior, but you can always control your response. And that is where your true power lives. Every moment of disrespect gives you two choices. React emotionally or respond intentionally. One choice strengthens your character. The other weakens it. Choose wisely, because every calm response makes you stronger. Every thoughtful decision builds confidence. Every peaceful reaction protects your future. Remember this, whenever someone tries to pull you into unnecessary conflict, your value is not determined by their opinion. Your peace is not something you should trade for a meaningless argument. Sometimes the most powerful words are the ones you never say. Let your character speak. Let your actions speak. Let your success speak. And when the world expects anger, surprise it with quiet strength. That is how truly confident people live. Not by winning every argument, but by refusing to lose themselves in one.